We're back again with Love Island, season 8, episode 38. All right. Last time we had Jax heading home, deciding to self evict out the villa because his emotions got the best of him. Couldn't control himself, had to go bye bye. It's unfortunate. Well, it's not. He had some issues. So goodbye to Jax. Everyone's sad, tears, boo-hoo, and then we move on, as we always do. So, I guess Paige is, there for the picking for old Adam, who just came into the villa to see what see what he can get into, see what's happening. We get a little Ek and Sue drama because Davide, he doesn't really trust her because every time he looks around, she's kind of flirting with Adam and she's very suspicious. I gotta say, if I was him, I wouldn't trust her either. The way she just goes about life, it's suspect. And she's constantly consciously aware of how she's being perceived because she's an actress. So she has to be aware of that. So either she's doing it intentionally or she's just that kind of person, where it's like subconscious, she's just acting the way she is. So he's a little suspicious about what's going on with her and what she may be doing. So he's asking questions. He first brought up the conversation with Coco. And let's just give you an example. So this is Ekin-Su waving her tits around. And who's she doing it for? Yes, Adam. And who is over there seeing her do that? Yes, you guessed it, Davide. So you can see why the man might be concerned. So he decided, instead of just letting these thoughts run around in his head, he's going to go to Adam and actually talk to him and find out what the situation was. So as he's having these conversations with other people, trying to assuage his doubts a little bit, Ekin-Su is over there watching him do this, and she's like on defense mode. Now she's going behind him and talk to everyone he talked to and find out what he was talking about. Or she finds out he was talking about his doubts and he's trying to find out how she was acting. He talked to Adam. Adam is saying she was respectful. She didn't say she was willing to get to know him, but she also didn't say she wasn't. She was flirty and she seemed sort of open. And she never really made anything clear. So that's what he said, which is what happened. I don't think that was happening. I don't think she was respectful. I think she was pretending to be not interested at first to the girls. And then she called him aside to have a conversation and she was showing that she was interested. So, but he was trying to defend her and saying she was being respectful. And after he had that conversation with Davide, of course, Ekin-Su comes right behind him and asks Adam what was going on. And Adam pretty much tells her the same thing. And she gets really defensive. And she said, no, I told you that I'm not open to get to know anyone. And then he was like, yeah, I guess she said it later. She said that later when he wasn't there. Yeah, he was like, yeah, but when I first came in, you didn't really do that or anything like that. That's why I told you. So big old drama fest with Ekin-Su. And now she's like, oh, she's turned off by Davide, not trusting her and all this nonsense. It's just gaslighting. The man has every right to be to feel the way he is. And then we got Paige crying again. Yeah, she does. She loves crying. This time is because Jax is gone, but she would have cried for some other reason. She loves to cry. And yeah, so Adam goes to talk to her and see if she's still, willing to get to know him and stuff like that. She says she's open and all that stuff, trying to flirt and doing all that while the tears are still drying on her fake eyelashes. And yeah, so she's out there trying to sell the cooch a little bit. And Davide decided to confront Ekin-Su about what's going on, and he says, if you have an issue and you worry about what I'm talking about, why didn't you just come directly to me? And she was like, well, why didn't you do that? And he was like, well, I didn't have an issue. I just had some concerns, and I was gonna talk to some people, and then I would eventually come and talk to you. You know, I get where he's coming from. He didn't want to, because he's already had that conversation with her. He doesn't want to go to her and be like, the way you carrying on, it's making me, a little suspicious or whatever. He wanted to talk to people and see if there's anything happening behind his back, and then he'll confront her if there's evidence, or if there's no evidence, he's just gonna have the conversation. So I get what he was doing, and her just sniffing behind him and trying to find out what he's doing is just it's a little annoying, especially when he can see her doing it and she can see him doing it. It's just unnecessary drama. So they had a little blowout because of that. And then we have Adam over here. Oops. Press the wrong thing. There we go. Got Adam over here. Get a date with 3 girls. All right. So the 3 girls of his choice. Ekin-Su, for some reason, thought he was going to pick her, which I don't think so. I don't think he would. And he didn't. The first girl he picked was Summer, which was a surprise, but I get it because she's the only girl I think he hasn't talked to yet. And second one was Danica, of course. And of course, last is Paige. His date with Summer, it was kind of like a friend kind of thing. It didn't really go anywhere. His date with Danica, they talked, they flirted. She taught him some dance moves because he doesn't really dance, and she's a dancer. So it seemed to go really well. He was very excited. Then his date with Paige was just more of the same, just flirting and her trying to, hold back tears because she's, always like a step away from crying. Yeah, all in all the dates went well. And he had positive things to say about it. The girls had positive things to say about it. And yeah, they talked. And of course, Paige almost brought to tears again, but she managed to hold herself back. She's starting to learn some emotional control, and it's always surprising to see. Okay. God. And next day, there is a date between Luca and Gemma. There was their first date outside the villa. They went on the date. They sat, they talked about family, about becoming official and meeting family, and actually her being his girlfriend and all that stuff. So I suppose it went well. Then Davide had another conversation with Ekin-Su about the situation, much calmer conversation where she wasn't like yelling and stuff like that. And they seemed to squash whatever the situation was. And she kind of asked him if he has feelings for her and all this stuff. And he says yes, he does, but he has doubts, like 20%, yeah, so they kind of squash things, and they're good now. And then we have Summer flirting with tall model dude. I still don't know his name because he's boring as shit. He's just there taking up space, just chilling. He barely even has conversations, barely even talks. I thought Dammy was a mumble talker. This guy just oh my God, he barely even says a word. And yeah, so him and Summer are flirting with each other, and they seem to be getting along. Then Danica decides to do this right here, all right? And the person right in front of her, I believe, is Billy. So Billy starts flirting with her a little bit, and she's liking the attention, and she's thinking about getting to know Billy better all of a sudden. So that is happening. So the only person not getting any play at this point in the villa is Deji, I believe, the one that was into India. Yeah, he's just there taking up space because no one's interested. I don't think I think there's an odd number of guys anyway, so he's gonna be going home. Deji boy, he's gonna be bye to Deji. Okay. God damn, this date with Luca and what's her name, Gemma, is taking too long. Oh, they're finally back in the house. Oh, excellent. They say they had a good time and blah, blah, blah. Let's skip all of that. What is this? Oh, right. And it ends where they have a VIP party. And there was a special performance by some girl. I can't remember her name, but those are the names of the songs that she sings. My Heart Goes and Crazy What Love Can Do. All right. I don't know if that's an album or the song name, but there we go. She came into the villa. They all got dressed up. She sang a song. Get a look at her. All right, it's this girl. Oh. Okay. Well, it's this girl, whatever her name is. I don't know what kind of dance they're doing, but they're just on the ground. All right. So that is how it ends. And I think it ends with a vote that's going to happen. They're going to be voting for one guy and one girl separately outside of the couples. I don't know what the vote is about. I don't know if it's to save someone or not, but it's happening. So until next time.